What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Timeless Adventures. So I know that I said in between episodes we were going to duplicate this, and I realized I don't actually need a second smelter. This already does so much. I threw some shulker boxes in here, and well, there's not a lot here. I have full shulker boxes in my storage. It filled them up very, very quick actually, and also there were some changes I think I had to make. As far as that goes, what I wanted to try to do, I said I was going to put an XP bank there, and I thought, you know what? If I don't put a smelter here, then I just have all this space, and it's going to look weird. I don't want to fill up the wall, so I was trying to play around with an XP bank that covers all 4 chunks from here to here. It gets a little laggy in this area because it's one of these. It's another, bamboo farm with a kelp farm right above it. And it's got auto droppers to dispose of all the junk when we're done with it. But that's for a much later project. I already have access to XP. That was kind of more like a fun thing to do. But we have some other exciting developments on the way. So you could kind of guess what the aim of today is, given the title of the episode. We have another improvement to do to the base, and I did a little playing around in a creative world, and what? Oh, that's the skeleton traps. We're just gonna go over here. Run away. So I did some work in the creative world, and I'm actually very, very happy with the results. So I'm not gonna spoil it all for you. What we're gonna do is, so I want to create a custom Nether portal. But we're also going to work on pretty much working on the rest of this base, the main base, because this is all just this is the main central base. Everything that we see on the outside is the main stuff, and then we have our north wing, our west wing, south wing, and east wing, right? And then that goes into the separate stuff that we're going to work on in future episodes. But the main base, the bulk of this, we're going to be doing a lot of work on, and it's going to be pretty extensive. We have a lot of resource gathering to do, and we're gonna start off by doing a little bit of obsidian mining. So we're gonna pop by into the end and mine some obsidian, and here we go. Perfectly transitioned into the nether, just instant teleportation. Just a little trickery we got going on. So what we want to do is, I gotta take down a couple pillars. We're not just doing just a basic portal. Like, no, I've spent a lot of time putting this together and decorating it. It's gonna look really, really good. But what we need is a lot of obsidian. So we're gonna start, of course, on the one that I did a while back. We're gonna take that one down. We're gonna go from smallest to largest, I think. And I think if I did the measurements right, I needed about 10 shulkers of obsidian. No. 10 stacks of obsidian. And we already have a bit going on right here. Yeah, about 10. Yeah, we need a few more stacks. We'll get there. So we're gonna chow down on this pillar real quick, and then we will get back to it. And even with a netherite pick and having haste 2 with efficiency 5 on, mining obsidian is still a bit of a pain. I mean, this is the fastest rate that you can mine obsidian, but it's still, it's like mining stone with a wood pickaxe. It's not that fast. But anyway, we have, I think I should have enough. So we have all of this. No, that's my supply box. We have all of this in here, and then there we go. Okay, this should be more than enough. We might have a little left over. That's okay. About almost 18 stacks. Perfect. On to the next resource that we have to gather, which is going to be sand. Oh, look, we got ourselves a nice little temple. I need about 10 shulkers full of sand because I need about 10 shulkers full of glass. You're thinking, what could I possibly need 10 shulkers of glass for? Well, it's a surprise. I don't want to ruin it. we're just gonna do some. We're gonna go over the resource gathering, and then once I have everything, we're gonna smelt all this down, of course, and this will be a perfect time to use my industrial smelter once again. And then once we have that, we got a few more things to get. So I'm gonna place down my supplies. I need to get my I got all my storage ready. And where's my shovel? I need my spoon. Here we go. Got the spoon, and then we're gonna put the obsidian in here, and we're gonna fill up 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, those are boom booms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, the best thing I love about ender chests, some people use them to keep all of their tools and equipment and resources. I use them for empty shulker boxes. So whenever I go out on like a resource grind, I always have empty shulkers ready to fill up because I end up grabbing large amounts of resource. So let's go ahead and get some of this sand. You know, I see a lot of other people doing it, and I really should start doing this myself. Having an ender chest dedicated to spare tools because, well, we've got about 4 shulker boxes, and my spoon is it's done. It's almost there. So I really should start carrying extra tools with me. Luckily, we also need some gold, so you know, knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to mend our tools and also collect large amounts of gold. I already have a good supply, so I think I should be good, but yeah, it never hurts to have. There's no such thing as too much gold. This is going to get a little loud, so I will see you once my tools are done. Okay, maybe I'll show you a little bit of this. As laggy as it is, this is such an amazing farm. I just love using this. There's so much gold, so much rotten flesh, and once we have my massive trading hall, we'll actually be able to trade all of this rotten flesh instead of just having to dispose of it. Okay, back to the mending. All right, now that my spoon's all healed, let's get back to taking out all of that sand. All right, well, that was quite the adventure. Now we have 10 shulker boxes full of sand. We're going to toss this into the industrial smelter and let it do its thing until we have 10 shulkers of glass. We have a little bit left over. All right, that's another resource properly gathered. Now on to the next one. Actually, that was it. I think for the most part, now it's just a matter of smelting all of this sand down until we have the adequate amount of glass. Then we also have to dye it. Yes, so I have to make black stained glass, and we should have enough coal. We can turn coal into dye. So I was going the right way, and then I went the wrong way. We're gonna take a bunch of coal, and we're going to make some black stained glass because we need, well, all that sand that we just gathered, we need to turn all of it into black stained glass. I'll reveal my plans to you momentarily, but first I gotta repair my tools. So what I did off camera is I let this run for a very long time, and well, we we have this, and this filled up. I think it goes all the way up to, how far up did we go? To about here. So I did the math just for the fun of it, and including the hoppers, all together we can, so every single cell has enough storage to smelt about 80 stacks of items in just one cell. So that's like about what, 70, almost 3 shulker boxes if it's completely filled all the way up here. In total, it's like 500,000 items that we can smelt, which it's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm actually happy with how this turned out. I smelted a lot of smooth stone, and now we are about to smelt a lot of sand. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. Of course, I'm not gonna make you go through this whole process, but I mean, you've seen how this worked in the last episode. We just put in let's put this one in first. We put our inputs in our shulker boxes, and it's going to filter them out. This is going to detect, oh, shulker box, send it into this item elevator. And it's going to go all the way up there, and any second now, you're going to see it. You see that purple box? There we go. It is already there. Items are going to load up, and look, it's already off. It's going to fill up, slowly but surely, with items. So, let's talk business plans, team. So, there's still a couple big projects that I want to get done this season, or we just kind of, I don't know, have fun, mess around, do some mini games or something. I'm joking. I could put together some weird games that we could do together. Obstacle courses. I think I'm gonna put together an obstacle course. Because he really needs to learn how to fly. It's he, he's been playing for quite some time, but he still hasn't passed flight school. We'll get him there though. I'll teach him the ropes. So I think we'll put it together a mini game like that at some point. But that's for like fun. After we've done all of our mega farms for like, you know, industrial levels of resource, still have to do a massive storage. I want to do an industrial village breeder. I have to do two actually because I need to use the village that's closest to this base for my massive trading hall. I'm talking like 100, 200 villagers. Then we have to do another industrial villager breeder for the massive iron farm that I want to put together. All of those things require, you know, long overworld distance transportation or, you know, yeah, it's just, I don't want to traverse all that by flying in the overworld all the time. So what I wanted to do is, of course, you know, travel in the nether. I don't want to use a nether portal until I have figured out where I exactly want it in my base. I know Joker's got that one over there. He's probably going to change that one around. And I need one for my base. And I thought of something really, really cool for a design. Okay, so hear this out. Hear me out. What if this whole thing was covered in a big, big black stained glass dome, right? Massive, massive dome, massive glass dome. It's going to go up from this level right here. It's going to come up to about this height where I'm at. Let's drop down about 10 blocks. Okay, so about 125 is about how high it's going to go, right? So we have a big glass semi-sphere. And what we're going to do is right about here. So the circle is going to start right about here, just at, you know, this Y level. And I think in that same line, so the design of the circle, it's going to come straight around like this, and then it's going to do its little curvy bits like all that, right? So in this straight line, I came up with a really nice looking portal. We're going to do a custom nether portal that goes up to the max height of 23 blocks, not the max width, because it just wouldn't fit for this design. So we're going to have 4 of these, 4 massive max height nether portals. And of course, we're going to have to link them all up in my nether base once we have another base established. But we're going to have massive nether portals, and they're going to be all decorated. That's why I need the dragon heads. That's why I need the diamond. I need the gold. I also need chain. We'll get to that later. It's going to be massive. It's going to look really good. I played around with it in creative, and it looked incredible having them on all 4 sides. I didn't get the dome in creative mode, but that's okay. I started it, and it was looking pretty good so far, and then we'll have them connect. So the only way in to my base is you're going to have to go through these portals, and you're going to fly in. So picture this. So here we are. We're like, oh, I wonder what time this is up to. I got to fly through these nether portals. And then you're inside the base, right? And then the dome is right above you, about 30 blocks above where I'm at now. And right here, we're going to have a big hole. Like I mentioned before about going straight down into the storage, we're going to carve out a hole. It's going to be like 21 blocks big. Carve it out. And that way we can fly in and out of the base. We're not going to be coming in through the wings anymore. We will actually have an official entrance. And we have our decorative pieces now. Perfect. So that gives us 4 bacons. We've got our end crystals, we've got that. We just need some chains, and then we just need the sand to finish smelting. Let's see if it's even done around yet. I don't think it has. We've been out of the loaded chunks. Oh, it just started its first round. Oh, what perfect timing is that, everyone? I think we have enough iron for a few stacks of chains. Let's see. So we're going to break down these blocks, and let's get... let's see. That should be enough. Yep. And we also need a bunch of end rods. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so we're going to fill this up, actually. I don't think we're going to need this many, but yeah, we're just going to take them anyway. Just bring them with, just so we have a full box. Oh, perfect. Okay, we have a nice shulker full of those. We also need item frame. What's my leather looking like? 64... That might be enough. It might not be. But just in case, we have ourselves some rotten flesh that we can just go ahead and throw in the smelter, and it will give us some lovely leather. Oh man, look at this lovely smelter furnace array going. Now we have our shulker boxes filling up with all of the lovely bits of glass, and we pretty much have everything we need after this glass is and rotten flesh is done. So now we just pretty much play the waiting game. So yeah, we're gonna let this smelt, and then we will get back to it. And after a bit of a break, we finally have all of the glass sorted and smelted. Now, I know that I said I was going to do a bunch of black stained glass, but I did a little playing around in creative, and we have intruders. I need to upgrade my security. And apparently I'm missing a wall, but that's not what we're here for. But anyway, I did a little playing around in creative, and I went to one of my older worlds, and I already had a glass dome over there, so I figured why don't I just change that around in creative and see what that looks like with a different color design. And so I realized that because this is all black, just like my older world with the glass dome already there, I did in that previous world I did purple. So, and I thought that looks really good with all the black stone. So we're gonna do purple still, mostly purple, but we're gonna picture we have a dome, right? A big dome, mostly purple. Now, coming out of each of the wings or each of the portals, we're gonna have strips of black glass, all aiming towards the very center from all four sides, right? In the center, we're gonna have a solid gold top. I think I might change the solid gold top. I don't know. I'll get some feedback from all of you. But essentially, I need all those colors, the purple, to tie in, to segue into the fact that off camera, I made a quick little flower farm. Never done it before. Just looked up Silentwisperer's design because I had just had so much, you saw a previous episode where I had the kelp farm, and I made industrial levels of bone meal. So I was like, I'm gonna need this for later, and this was the time that I needed it. We've probably used a chest full. I had to keep refilling, but this thing is very OP. I think Silentwisperer said that it produces 87,000 drops per hour, and you get like a 16% return on your investment if you want to turn this all into bone meal. Very, very good. It's incredible design. And so I have been using this nonstop. It's only been running for probably 10-ish, maybe 20 minutes at the most. It's a lot. So I don't even know if this is going to be enough, to be honest. I might have to let this run a little bit longer because we need pretty much most of those shulker boxes full of glass. We need to turn all of that into purple stained glass. Now, we also need, like I said, we need black stained glass, which means I need to use up pretty much most of my coal ore. I don't need coal for fuel anymore, so it's pretty much for torches and dyes and any other sort of building block, maybe blocks of coal. So we have, I think this is all of my coal ore now. So we're gonna break pretty much all of this down into coal. I lost my train of thought. We're gonna break it all down into coal, of course. And with my lucky pickaxe, we're gonna be able to produce even more than whatever's here. 8 stacks. What do you think? 15 stacks of coal by the time I'm done? Maybe 20? Let's see. Now, say what you want about the 1.17 update as far as having a new height going all the way up to what, 320 from -64. Now, you could say all you want how you are excited about that because you want to be able to build higher or you want to enjoy higher mountains. But we both know deep down in the hearts of everybody, the real reason we're excited about a new build height is that we can stack our ores even higher before we break them all down, because there's nothing more satisfying than breaking down a long chain of ores after you've spent 5 minutes just jump stack. I mean, honestly, think about it. What if you could actually go up to 320 with nothing but diamond ores? I mean, it'd be pretty much a power move at that point. But we're stuck at 256 for now. But don't worry, everyone. In a few months, we'll be able to go much higher when we stack our ores. All right, place your bets. This is about 3 stacks, I think. 64, 128. What's after 128? 190? That's about 190. Yeah. All right, well, let's go. All right, moment of truth. From 3 stacks, we got 6, almost 7. That's not bad. It's 1 piece of coal per die, and 1 die will help us stain 6, oh no, 8 things of glass. So multiply each of this by 8. That's a lot. 8 stacks, 16 stacks. If I'm doing my math right. This might be enough. Actually, we'll see. We'll see. All right, back to the rest of the work. So because I don't want to do the exact math off the top of my head, we're talking about the dome. It's going to be mostly purple with strips of black going into the center. The width of that is going to be about from that basalt post to that basalt post. That's going to be the width of our black strips. They're going to go up. So this is like what? Let's do the math together, everybody. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then another 7. So about 17. 17, and it's going to go up by about 53. So, let's just say okay, I don't know. I feel like my math was horribly wrong. I came up to only 1,060 black stained glass, which is only about 16 stacks, 16 and a half stacks. Oh, I didn't multiply it by 4 because there's 4 sides. Okay, that makes a little more sense. So we need about 4,000 and a quarter, 4,250 black stained glass. If we turn that into stacks, that's about 66 stacks. Okay, so I was right when I was gonna do about 3 to 4 shulker boxes of black stained glass. So I think we're good. Let's convert all of this. Well, that took considerably longer than I expected, but now we have all of our resources ready. We've got ourselves all of our glasses, all of our gold, our little lighting blocks, our obsidians. That's just kind of some temporary blocks that we need to help with the measurements of our circles. You'll see what I mean when we get going with that. So, well, we're gonna start off by taking out this. We're gonna gut this out, make a circle, preparing ourselves for the storage, and we're gonna light it all up. Make sure everything on this roof is taken care of first. Then we're gonna work on the portals and the dome. So, well, you know what happens next. It's time for a time lapse. So, ready? Here we go. 17 hours later, everyone. I had to take many breaks, broke it out in between a few days, which is why this episode took so long to pump out. But we are pretty much done. I know it looks a little weird from the side, but believe me, it is very, very even. You can see from the front. 17 hours, everyone. It took a lot because, you know, if you're following Plots Modeler, you're building circle after circle after circle. There's a total of 57 circles, 57 layers, I think. Maybe 58 layers. And I know some of you are probably like, well, what's going on with that gold? So we have 4 layers of gold that is in the perfect pattern for the rest of the dome. We just changed the texture because what I want to put right in the center is going to be max bacons. And we're going to put, to make it even, I might put 5, maybe 9, or 4 in like a little plus shape, like right there, and there, right? Just so we have some max power bacons, and mobs do spawn here for now. I am gonna put like some black stone pressure plates wherever the bacons aren't gonna be. Or maybe I'll just put string. That way we can keep that nice gold texture. I don't know, let me know what you think. Take a look at that in the beautiful night sky. It looks like an amazing, beautiful, beautiful Pokeball. I mean, look at this. I only make the finest of Pokeballs. But I think I'm very happy with how this turned out. It was exhausting, but it's very, very good. I mean, picture, you know, so Joker's all the way over here, right? He's coming to say hello, and he's probably gonna see this episode before he actually hops on the server. But you know, picture, he's flying over here, and then he's not expecting it. And look at this, just this grand monstrosity shows up. And the only way in, you got to go through these portals, which we don't actually have linked up yet. These will take us to, these are all connected to Joker's portal over by his base. We're going to have to change that around, and then I'll create a Nether Hub. We're going to link all 4 of these portals. It's going to be like, it's going to be a smaller scale version of what we have here. We're going to have portal here, portal here, portal here, and portal here. And they're going to be, of course, 8 times closer than they are now. And then we're going to have 4 portals, each one linked to their respective ones as part of my Nether base. And then it's really dark right here. So I'm not going to do it in this one because we've already spent so much time. But we're going to put like, I don't know, some sort of lighting. I don't know what kind of lighting, a chandelier of sorts. Maybe my face. I don't know. It might be a little too vain. we might do something else. But yeah. So what do you think of this? So this is a very dangerous, expensive build. You have all of these diamonds. This is just a flex on my wealth, and I also thought a diamond encrusted portal would be kind of cool. So that's why we went with that route, and it is so dangerous. Okay, I thought it'd be really cool to have like a diamond encrusted portal. Since we have invisible item frames, I really wanted to take advantage of that, and I've been watching the Hermits on Hermitcraft, and they do really cool ways of decorating by using invisible item frames. So I was like, you know what, let's give this a shot and really try to decorate something with miniature blocks. This is as close as we can come to having mini blocks on the Bedrock version so far. So I'll take it. And then we got the end rods here for a nice little lighting to keep kind of mobs, give a bit of a perimeter so mobs don't spawn right here. Not that they can get into the portal anyway. A player could get into the portal with a little bit of jump trickery, but you know, they risk getting torched. And then you come in, you have all this flying space. We might put I don't know, maybe have some temporary rings for Joker to fly around in and practice. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have flight school somewhere off in the other side. Oh, and one more thing. So these end crystals. So this was it looks really cool. I think I got it centered. All you need to do, if you want a pro tip, if you want to decorate with some end crystals, have some floating mystical like rocks and crystals and whatnot, all you gotta do is place down some obsidian and then slap a crystal right on top and then get rid of that obsidian. And one final fly out. There we go. Good so far, and perfect. All right, an amazing flight, everybody, except for that. But that is going to be all the time that we have for today, everyone. Thank you all again so much for watching. I am Timeless Traveler, and this was Timeless Adventures. Let me know what you think of this massive base. It was actually very, very fun to build. I am loving this so far. Let me know if you learned of any new building tricks, what you think about these end crystals. I'm really, really digging those end crystals right there. We still have a lot to do. I got a lot of resource gathering to do off camera in between episodes. And we gotta, of course, create the Nether Hub. I just need to link these portals so that way I can go off and adventure in different directions and do all those other plans that we mentioned at the beginning of this episode. So yeah, I'm gonna rest because these circles were extensively exhausting. So thank you all again so much for watching. You all take care, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode.